Suzanne Johnson, please.
My name is Suzanne Johnson, S-U-Z-A-N-N-E.
Would you speak closer to the microphone, please?
Okay, Suzanne Johnson, S-U-Z-A-N-N-E, J-O-H-N-S-O-N. I am standing here before you today, my government-appointed judge and jury, pleading not only for my life, but literally thousands of others. As I stand before your firing squad, I must cry to be heard. I don't deserve this. Nobody does. Only God has the power to pick who lives and who dies. Who do you think you are, God? My Prozac nightmare is beyond description. There is no known vocabulary to describe what has happened. Prozac has altered the entire course of my life. I will never, ever be the same. Prozac has destroyed every hope of me having any kind of normalcy in my life. Gone are my carefree days, never, ever to return. I was told that Prozac had no side effects except a possible weight loss, no withdrawals, and no addictive potential. I literally quote my physician, quote, Suzanne, sometimes patients lose 5% of their body weight, but then we can never be too rich or too thin, can we? End quote. Looking back, the emotional side effects began immediately. My wild spending started within a week of my ingestion of Prozac. I began lending sums of money to people when I didn't have the money to spare. I went on credit card binges that will take years to pay off. I even purchased an opera-length black gamma mink coat. Also, here comes the mood elevations and irresponsible behavior. I had become impervious to any type of normal thinking. I was totally out of control. My friends were aghast at my deteriorating mental state, but were afraid to speak to me about it because of my agitated state of mind. In my own thoughts, I had become superior, almost godlike. All my resemblances of religious faith were torn to shambles, utterly non-existent. Now my love of God was masked, totally masked by darkness, by Eli Lilly's devil Prozac. During this time, it is a miracle I did not harm myself or others. I had become a menace to society, and the FDA is allowing this to happen. I want to know why. On September the 3rd, 1991, the United European Parliament recommended to the member countries where Prozac is authorized to look into Eli Lilly's killer drug and recommend discontinuation of Prozac in its present form. What happened to America, the beautiful land of the free? This totals 23 Western European countries. Do they care more about their people than you care about yours? Are we becoming so money-oriented that it's the money, the money, the money? Let's have the money. I don't understand. The FDA is calling for retraction of various food products citing false and misleading advertising. What about false and misleading advertising concerning Prozac? Look at this brochure. It's a school teacher. She can't sleep, so she's going to take Prozac so she can function properly. You open your mouth, you pop a pill, and the world becomes rose-colored again. I wouldn't want anybody on Prozac to teach my children. I don't think you would either. Alan Gelsberg from your office sent out a fax on July the 2nd. 1991 stated that since Prozac was introduced in 1988, more adverse side effects have been reported than any other drug. I wish you would stop this atrocity now. How many more people are going to be killed and maimed before you do something? You have the power to change things. You have the power to listen to what we say and investigate what we say. We need help. My nightmare continues. Each step I take today is a borrowed step from God. Last November, I was hospitalized with a hematocrit of 9,000, a hemoglobin of 2,500, and a white count of 1,100. I come here today at great personal risk with a white count of 740. Monday morning, I received 3 more units of packed red cells, bringing my transfusion count today to 40. During my ingestion of Prozac, my bone marrow was being eaten up. I was so high on Prozac that I noticed no physical symptoms. Please take Prozac off the market. Imagine my dismay when I was alerted to the fact that bone marrow donors are being accepted that are on Prozac therapy. When someone undergoes a transplant, the young mother, the father, the child, and the cause of death is is listed as complications of bone marrow transplant, when in fact it could have been caused by marrow, by the...
Please.
Okay. This madness has got to stop. You guys are holding a loaded gun in my hand at my temple. You're playing Russian roulette with my life. Maybe the next time the chamber won't be empty without a medical miracle. It's too late for me now. Withdraw Prozac from the market before it harms anybody else, before other blood is on your hands, because my blood is already on your hands.
Thank you.